Hello friends, welcome to today's video of Microsoft Excel Home Ribbon in which we are going to discuss this number format section. This number format section has a drop down in which there are multiple options for formatting of number as well as some frequently used options for this functioning. Over and about that, it has a dialog box with number tab in format cell which has almost similar number or similar kind of options available in this drop down. Over and above that, there are few other options as well. So in this video, we are going to first discuss the options available in this drop down, and afterwards we'll be discussing the options available in this dialog box. Now Microsoft Excel has the capacity to understand that whatever you are typing and converting it into the number formatting appropriate to that data. So suppose you type some text here, it will automatically detect that that's a text and format it likewise. Similarly, if you type some number here, it will automatically detect that number and based on that number it also can format that one. So suppose I type 55.6%, it will automatically detect that it's a percentage and change the format according to that. Similarly, it may also happen with date as well, and it will automatically detect that this is a date format. Now here you need to remember that whenever you do such kind of data entry, the format that has been changed by the Microsoft Excel remains with the cell even after deleting the data. So if you want to enter another kind of data, suppose now I don't want to enter percentage here, and suppose I want to just add number 5. So if I do it here, it will automatically make it 5%. So I need to again change it to the number that I want. And the issue here happens that suppose I change the percentage into the number, it will take it as a fraction. So again I may need to change the data. So this kind of issue or formatting change you need to make when you enter the data in this kind of situation. So this is a general format that we routinely have in each and every of the cell, and it's a default setting, so it will detect automatically as we have already discussed in the past video as well. Now we move to the next formatting in Microsoft Excel. For that I am typing some data here with about 7 decimal places and press enter. So in general setting or general number formatting, it gets truncated to up to 6 decimal places. Now here you may increase or decrease the decimal places by these two options here. Otherwise you can select this number format and it will reduce the decimal places as per its default setting. The default setting can be changed by this dialog box here that we'll be seeing in later part of this video. Now suppose I change this number with a simpler number here and reduce the decimal places to this one. So here the number has changed to 6 instead of 5.5, and if I multiply this value with 2, if we go by this displayed value, the number should be 12 here, but actually it is 11 here. The reason being that whenever we change any formatting, it just changes the appearance, not the actual value in that specific cell. So even after changing that decimal places and changing the formatting, the actual value here is 5.5 only. It has not changed to other value or 6 value. So that's why when we multiply or do any calculation, it uses the actual value in the cell rather than the displayed value. And suppose you want to change that kind of setting that it should be using only the displayed value, you can do it by this options in the file section, go into advanced and go into this area here when calculating this workbook and check this option here. So here it will set the precision as displayed and it will take the actual value which is being displayed rather than the number which is stored in the cell. So that kind of change can be done, but routinely we should not do it because it affects the calculation in future. Another thing, that Microsoft Excel can have maximum precision up to 15 digits only. This point we have already discussed in the previous video, but again we are just going through it. So if suppose you have this 15 digit number and you press enter, it will still remain as such. But suppose you add one other number over that, what it will do? It will convert this 7 into 0 and it will display like this. So now display number as well as the number itself has changed to this one, because the Microsoft Excel is having only precision up to 15 digits. So whatever number of digits afterward are there, like 16, 17 or 18 digit, would get converted into 0. This principle also gets applied to any number with decimal places as well. So suppose I have a number with more than 15 digit including the decimal places and I press enter, Microsoft Excel will truncate it as well. Now suppose I reduce the width of this kind of cell, then it will adjust the formatting of the cell or the number according to the width. So it may change this kind of number to some scientific number format that we are going to see in this video, or it may truncate the decimal places, but it is just a display, the actual number does not change. Moreover, suppose you further reduce the width and it is not able to adjust the number, then it will show this kind of hash sign that there is some number, but Microsoft Excel is not able to present it in any of the format appropriate to that specific width of the cell. So you can come out of this kind of situation by double clicking this area of the cell. Then suppose you type text here. So the difference that you would observe is that when you type a text, it may overflow into other cells if the adjacent cells are empty, but that doesn't happen with the numbers. So this kind of formatting difference would be seen in Microsoft Excel. Moreover, suppose you want to enter more than 15 digit number in Microsoft Excel, like some card number or account number or so, you can use this apostrophe before starting to enter any data, and you can enter data as long as you want. Basically, here Microsoft Excel is converting this digits into text format by using this kind of format of apostrophe, and when you press enter, it will be shown as format of text. Similar to what you see here, it is also overflowing into adjacent cell. Now suppose you multiply this number with 2 here and press enter. Supposedly it shows that it is using it as a number here, but the difference is that when you see the whole number, what you see is Microsoft Excel has just used only 15 digit of this number. First 15 digit has been utilized and multiplied by 2. Rest of all are still 0. So here also the number after the 15th digit has been considered to be 0 in this number and multiplied by 2. Now for the next number formatting, I am using the same number here and copying it and pasting here, and changing this one to the currency and this one to the accounting one. So if you see here, the formatting in both this type of numbers is same, but the currency symbol place is different. So alignment in this one, that is on left side, and here the alignment of the currency symbol is along with the number. Also the number formatting with the comma is similar to the Indian system of calculation rather than the Western one where we have million and billion calculation. So this comma would be at every 3 places or 3 number places. Then we have format of this short date. Moreover, you can also change this currency symbol from this place here, and if you change it, it will be counted as accounting one, and that's why the currency symbol would move to the left side alignment. Now for the next formatting, I am typing some number here and copy and pasting the same number in here also. So we are formatting this one as short date and this one as the long date. So if you click, the examples are already shown here below that option, that it will be shown like this, and if I select long date, it will be showing me like this one. So here in long date, it is showing the month in place of number for that month. So that is the number, that is the difference between both this formatting. Now basically if you see here that it is converting that number into date format, and for that purpose it is taking 1st of January 1900 as the first date. So suppose I change this to number, it will show as 1, and if I change it to the date, it will show me 1/1/1900. So that is the system that Microsoft Excel routinely used. But there is one minor issue with this number formatting, that it consider 1900 to be a leap year, and that's why in this formatting 2902 1900 is also a date. So it itself is a date and can be converted into number or currency as well. So otherwise, if the number that you type is not a date, suppose like I am typing 28 January 1800, which is prior to the first date in the system of Microsoft Excel, it will take it as a text. So it has been displaced to left alignment, and you cannot convert it to any number or like that only. But Microsoft Excel has not modified that issue, reason being that if I prepare some file with that modified Microsoft Excel and I share it with someone who is using the past version of Microsoft Excel, there will be discrepancy in that format. To avoid this one, supposedly you can use an option in this advanced tab to select this 1904 date system. So it will start with 1st January 1904 and it will provide with the number accordingly. But routinely we use this routine format that starts from the 1st of January 1900 to prevent any discrepancy, because in that system as well, if I prepare a data sheet and share it with someone who is using format with 1st January 1900 as first date, then it will also create discrepancy. Next we move to the time format, and I can convert, suppose I place here is 0.5 and convert it into time, then it will show 12. This is because here also Microsoft Excel is using number which we were using for date as well. So for one date we have one full number. So to calculate half a day we would be providing 0.5, and when we convert it into time it will be shown as 12 p.m. So suppose I want to display 6 a.m., then I can simply type 0.25, that is the quarter of a day, and it will be shown as 6 a.m. You can also change the format to AM and PM here as well, like this way, or you may do it by this dialog box here that will be seen in later part. Percentage we have already gone through that. Suppose I type 0.25 and convert it into a percentage, it will show 25%. Next option is fraction. So suppose I want to convert this 0.5 in the fraction format, that is 1/2, I can use this format as well. Then comes the scientific one that we have already seen here, that is with this kind of exponential sign. So it can be represented like this one, or you can change this to scientific number format by this dialog box here. Then comes the text format. So you can also change this number into the text format by this dialog box, and you can see the change in this one. So it is similar to this kind of formatting where we used apostrophe to change the format to text one. Now we move to the dialog box, and we can see here that there are few other options like special and custom. Now this special one, you see here that it is not available for English India, but there are some special formatting available for English United States like zip code, phone number or social security number. And these are the custom numbers which can be used in special situation, mainly in case of accounting also, and some of this custom format can be used routinely like for this one. If you want to display date, month, year along with time, then we can use this custom format as well. So suppose I use this custom format in this short date, it will show like this. So this is 12 midnight of 6th of May 2046. Similarly, it also shows additional formatting setup as well. Like for numbers, you can adjust the decimal places which we want to display when we select this number formatting. So it can be 2, 3 or whatever you require or like. As well as you can by default select 1000 separator. So when you select number formatting from this drop down, it will automatically use this 1000 separator. And this 1000 separator can also be applied from this section here. Moreover, it gives some formatting for negative number as well. Like you want to display it in black font along with minus sign, or with red font without minus sign, or with minus sign and red font, and this kind of formatting can be done. Similarly, for the currency, you can set the decimal places as well as symbol that you routinely want to use, like rupee symbol and so on and so forth. Also for that as well, you can set the negative number formatting. For accounting as well, you can use the symbol as per your requirement. For date, there are various formatting as per your default selection. Suppose we routinely use here is English India, then it will show this formatting that are routinely used in India. But if you are using for USA, it will show routinely used format for USA. Similarly, for the time, you can select any of the format that you want to use. For percentage, you can decide the decimal places. For fraction, you can decide that what kind of fraction you want to display, like with 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, and likewise. For scientific, there is an option for decimal places. Text, there is no option available because it is simply a text. For special, we have already gone through, and for custom, we have already gone through. So this concludes all the options available in this number formatting section. I hope that this will help you to format your numbers in future analysis, and will also clear some confusion related to Microsoft Excel formatting. If you do have learned something new, kindly like the video and share it. Comment below the video if you have any issue or want to suggest some topic for video in this channel. Kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to receive all the update from this channel in your notification section. Thank you.